Hola, mi gente. We are back with a brand new episode. We have a follow-up today with Cynthia from Staying Strong with Cynthia. Her last episode you guys really enjoyed. If you guys haven't heard it, maybe you should go and catch up on that one first, and then you can hear this follow-up that we're going to do today. But the last episode that she was on was actually about a year and some change ago. And it's called I've Gained Strength. Cynthia details her situation with domestic violence that she experienced for 18 years, how she was able to leave the relationship, the red flags that she saw since the beginning, how it started, how it ended, and what she's going through now as a result of her leaving and seeking a safer, happier life. So I'm very excited to get into this episode. Before we do, I just wanted to remind you, her last episode, I've Gained Strength. If you haven't heard it, please hear it before you hear her follow-up. I love you, Cynthia. Thank you so much for joining this space and trusting Embracing Memory King's platform to share your story with us. So help me welcome Cynthia.
Good morning.
I'm so excited to speak to you today. I mean, we've been seeing each other. Yes. I have the pleasure of calling you a friend now.
Yes, I love that.
Yes. And I know we're not recording this, but I am wearing my Staying Strong with Cynthia t-shirt that says not all scars are visible. I love this t-shirt. Super soft, very lightweight. I love your merch, girl.
I'm glad that you like it. I mean, I feel the same. I wear the training too, and you can breathe in it. They're pretty light. I like them a lot as well. So.
Yes. Okay. So for those of you that are just tuning in, if you guys don't know, Cynthia was with us. Can you believe that it's been a little bit over a year?
Yeah, it has. Time flies.
So fast. And so if you guys heard, she's actually, I moved up her episode to not that long ago in the timeline of episodes, but it's called I Gained Strength with Cynthia. And you guys can now go and check her out and support her. If you guys go to Staying Strong with Cynthia, stayingstrongwithcynthia.com, go and stalk her. She has so many resources on there, like free resources. You give out information. She shares her journey as a mom and as she's such a badass. I don't know, like so much motivation on a daily. I love stalking your Instagram, your TikTok.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And first of all, thank you for representing with your shirt that you're wearing right now. And I still got to give you your bracelet. We got to meet up.
Yes. Tú me dices cuándo, mujer.
Yes.
I love our little Starbucks dates.
Starbucks dates. Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yes. And I got to meet her adorable daughter, Miss Eva.
Eva the diva.
Oh my goodness. She is so freaking cute. I want to be adopted by you. I just want to live with the two of you.
Oh, my little baby. She's my little baby penguin.
Yes. I was just talking to the husband about that, and I'm like, man, kids are such false advertisement. Like, they're only cute for so long, and then, like, nobody talks about, like, the hard decisions that you have to make. You're not just worried about them physically, but also mentally, spiritually. Like,
exactly.
Props to those moms that have more than two, because honestly, two would be like crazy enough for me. I could barely handle one, girl.
And I did it with three. Imagine. And then
that's what I'm saying.
Personality, and it's like, oh my goodness.
And their own feelings. No. It's too much. Yeah. But, okay, girl. So last time we spoke, you were telling us your story, which was, oh my God, it was so inspiring to know how you gain your strength. You were able to leave a relationship that was super toxic for you. Tell us if there has been any updates, like, how is your court case going? Have you been able to see your boys?
Yeah, so I mean, you found me at a perfect time. So, um, what have I not done is, I mean, I'm never giving up on my babies. You know,
Of course.
so when I went to court, I did gain full custody of Eva, and I got joint legal custody of the boys. Now I didn't get to have full custody just because they're at that age where they can choose to be with their dad, and
Mm-hmm.
they're in Arizona. They're like, I mean, there's no point in you gaining full custody, and it's going to be hell for you taking them to San Diego. You know, so
Mm.
um, it stayed at that where we have joint legal custody. We're supposed to be reporting to each other about twice a week, and he never does. Obviously, so the last time I got to see them was at court, which they weren't even supposed to be there. So he did get in trouble for that. But uh, I I saw them, but they acted as if I was just like not even there. You know, they didn't want to see me. I tried to say hi to them. They just turn around, start talking to each other. So, of course it hurt. I cried there and all, but,
Yeah,
I
well,
know it's not
hold
them.
on, because you're making it seem like this was so easy, like it was just a one day thing. But girl, like,
It's
if
hard.
it's
Yeah.
okay with you, like I would love to like go more into that because that's heartbreaking. Like these are little pieces of your heart, literally,
Yeah.
literally walking outside. You know, um, in that moment, te sentiste como rechazada, like.
Yeah. I mean, it's a complete heartbreak. And my
Mm,
mom went with me so she could just feel my pain as well.
mm,
Where it's just very heartbreaking. I mean, at that moment, you're just feeling so many things. You want to like attack, you want to
yes.
attack the abuser. You want to do all these things, but you have to maintain. You have to control yourself. You know, you can't lose yourself again. Um, it's just it's a lot. It's a lot that I was going through within my heart, my brain,
Mm,
and to have to control myself at that moment, it was just all I could do was cry. You know, and they didn't care. You know, they knew I was crying, but I know it's not them. And right now, I can speak about it like nothing, but because I had my moment of just to myself, you know,
of
where I was
course, of
isolated
course.
and I cried, and my mom, you know, thanks to her being there, she held me for such a long time, and you know, she knows my pain because I didn't talk to her for a very long time. So
Mm,
so she's feeling it. I mean she knows what I'm going through because she's gone through it herself with me. So yeah, it's just that was the last time I saw them, and the last time I got to speak to them over the phone was in March. But of course, nothing positive out of it. It's all just they don't even call me by they call me by my name. Um, it's it's hard, and actually, Eva, you know, because she also wanted to speak to them, and she's like, "How come I can't talk to them?" I'm like, you gotta give her all these explanations of, they're not okay right now. They're listening to dad, and they have their own
mm,
feelings, their own thoughts, and um, you just, we got to give them time. And I just don't want you to, get your feelings hurt. I don't know what they're gonna say. And so I let her call. She got to speak to Vinny, and Vinny, of course, was very negative and telling her like, "Why are you listening to Cynthia? Why are you calling us? You're not my sister anymore." And
no, Cynthia, they told her that?
yeah, and I had to take the phone away. I mean, I had him on speaker, so I took the phone away. She just started crying like no tomorrow. I had to hang up, and I just held her. I held her so tight, and it's hard.
Oh, my girl. I want to give you a hug right now so hard. And I'm so sorry. I didn't mean like, for you to cry, but I want to be able to, for those women that are going through this, to know that they're not alone and that these feelings are normal, because I'm sure you feel defeated completely.
Yeah, of course. Like he told me, he goes, "You think you won, but really you didn't win." He's like, "Because I have the boys."
Mm.
But I mean, don't say sorry. it's what I've lived. It's what's keeping me strong and speaking
Yes.
my story out. And I love it. I love what I do. I love to
Yes.
inspire others. I love to motivate. I mean, we all have our flaws,
Of course. We're human. We're
I
human.
I say the F word all day long.
Yes.
But um yeah, it's just it was
You're,
hard. That was one of the hardest parts with Eva, because that's
yeah.
like don't want getting hurt.
But that's your third little piece of your heart, girl. Those are three little
Yeah.
pieces of your heart. And for them to say that to her, que ella no tiene ninguna culpa. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
and she's such a sweet little girl. For those of you guys that are listening, she's so sweet. Like, and she's so mature in the way that she loves her mom. Like, uh, I.
Oh yeah, she takes care of me and puts me on check.
She keeps you on your toes, girl. Let's be honest.
Yes, she does. Yes,
um.
she's adorable.
Oh, she's such a sweetheart. Pero como dices tú, I think you said it best when you said, it's not them. They've been completely brainwashed and influenced by dad, and that I just hope
Yeah,
I just hope time is your best friend and it heals all of you. Whatever that means, that might mean so many things in the outcome of your story, right?
yeah,
But I hope no matter what, there's healing that
yeah.
happens.
And I'm not losing faith. I mean, Eva and I pray every night.
Yeah.
Um, to see them soon. And I recently had to have a little conversation with her, and that I was like, I don't want you to feel like I'm lying to you or anything. I was telling her on a daily, like, we're gonna see them soon. We'll see them soon, because she'd ask me, and I had to break it down to her and tell her, you know what, I really don't know when it's gonna happen. I don't know when we're gonna see them. I mean, your dad is obviously taking this, to the extreme, and just he's not okay. He's not okay mentally. Um,
Obviously.
and
Obviously.
yeah, and obviously still telling your brothers, things, although he says he doesn't, but he's very negative, obviously. So, it's just she understood, and she cried. We cried it out. We hugged it out, um, and she understood, and she's actually, been so much more understanding since then, and because she knows my pain too, and I'm like,
Of
they're your
course.
brothers, they're my sons, so yeah, and I'm like, you're at that age where I think I can tell you, like this is going on, and I don't know when you're gonna see your dad, and so my next step, when it comes to court, I am going to, because I know nothing about them, and their dad does not, contact me at all through email. Doesn't I don't even know if he changed his email, and the court can't tell me any information. So the last motion that I tried to put in so that they can amend the case, I got everything returned back. Well, even just from him, it says return to sender. So I know that they're not living where they were, where he was living last. And all I can think of right now is go ahead and file. I'm trying to amend the case where they can, where I will get. I want to remove him from all legal rights for her, proving that he's neglected her for the last 2 years,
Yeah.
and which I hope I will win the case, because I don't want something to happen to me and then he comes and tries to take over
Yes.
because he's a father, and when really he hasn't been there, um,
Yes.
and then I also want to along with that is child abduction for Vincent, because I know my oldest is 18 already, so I can't do much about him. But Vincent, at least, it if it wasn't for me doing my research on trying to find out the school he goes to and whatnot, I wouldn't know anything about him. I got to speak to his counselor and told her a little bit about what was going on and how I know nothing about him. And that's the only way that I can know somehow how he's doing with school. I mean, I'm so proud of him. Amazing he's doing. He's almost a straight A student, had taken AP classes, and I'm so proud of him.
I
But
mean, that's good. Pero sí,
that's
I
the only
mean,
way I can find out how he's
yeah.
doing.
I was gonna say if you can do that, then I hope I wish you the best in that, because it's just not right, and I know that someday, girl, they're gonna want to know the truth, whether it's when they become parents themselves or they go through something that dad can't come through with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They'll remember. I was gonna say too, since your other son is already 18, they're still living in Arizona, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh,
yeah.
Which makes it a little bit hard también, no?
Yeah, it makes it so much harder. Yeah, because I can't accidentally run into them. Although I know they'll probably still come down to San Diego, just like we used to, every other weekend. But I don't know. There's no way of just knowing where they're at, what they're doing.
Well,
that's why I don't change my phone number. They know the locations that I can be at. I'm just hoping that one day sooner than later, they choose to call me. And that's why I try to point out to them, through social media or whatever, just, I'm not expecting and I'm sorry. I'm not expecting, nothing. I just want to hold you tight. And just forget about everything that happened. I mean, yes, it's always going to be there, but you forgive and move on.
Well, not only that, but I would even go as far as saying, when you want to know the full story, I'm here. I'm not hiding anything from you. It's an open book, and we can discuss it as long as you want to, and then we can move on. Because it had nothing to do with you boys. It had nothing to do with anything that you did. You didn't cause this. And you guys are only seeing one side. But I just can't wait till your ex gets karma, girl. To be honest with you, can we just fast forward to the good part where he gets karma?
I know. I don't wish bad upon anybody, but he needs help, and he refuses to get it. So
no, and we're not even wishing. We're not wishing him bad. Well, at least I'm not wishing him bad, but I just can't wait till life gives him.
Yeah, life in general is gonna.
Life is gonna take care of him.
Take care of it. Yeah, exactly. God.
So de una manera u otra. But let's move on to something a little bit more positive. You've been doing so much, girl.
I know, I have. My mom hates it.
So proud of you. No, keep going. For so long you were in this bubble, and finally you found things that you're passionate about, that you're good at. I mean,
just discovering myself.
Yes, and inspiring so many people along the way. One of the main reasons is because you guys, the listeners, were like, where's the Cynthia update? Everybody, out of all the stories that we've done, Cynthia, where's her update? What is she doing? And I'm like, go stalk her page. Go subscribe to stayingstrongwithcynthia.com. Go stalk
I put
her.
everything on there. I'm an open book. I don't, it's like, I am who I am. It is what it is. I have a little crazy side of me. I have a quiet side of me. I do it all. I've come to learn that I can just I set my mind to anything and I get it done. I'm a go-getter. And I couldn't figure that out before because I was in this little cage, I always belittled any little idea I had. It was stupid, and
it wasn't even a cage, girl. I feel like they put you in a bubble. They put you in a bubble and made it look pretty, and that was the best you could do, and you had to be happy with that.
You have your kids and just make them happy, and that's it.
Yes. Well, no, there's so much more. Becoming a mom is not the end of life.
Yeah, exactly.
Girl, I have a question. What is going on with you in boxing? You've been kicking butt out there.
Oh, I love it. It's a passion I have. Another passion I have. So
I'm like, man, Cynthia, she really said, don't ever try me.
I know. It's funny because I try not to make a joke out of it, but then again, I kind of do. I'm like, you know what? If my ex could have knocked me out, nobody will. But then again, I'm just kidding, but I'm not kidding.
But yeah, girl, yes, good for you. And like when you're up there and you're fighting and you're in these matches, girl, what does that make you feel?
I just, it's a rush. It's a rush I get that I love. I it's just I started when I was 14, which is of course that's how I met my ex. But um, I then of course life happened, had 3 kids, and I couldn't get back to it, and then he pretty much didn't let me get back to it. So when I was out in Arizona and we were going through our problems, I kind of started training it. I'm like, you know what, I still have it in me, and like I really want to compete. But then of course like the whole thing of how I ended up over here. And then how I started, I was like, my daughter had already kind of done it, and I was like, you know what? My one of my cousin's daughter was boxing at Azteca Boxing Club there in Bonita, and I went to go check it out. Eva liked it. I was like, okay, so I put her in it, and then I was like, man, just watching it, it's like I want to get in there and do it. So I was like, you know what? I should just do it. I mean, at the moment, I didn't have money to like put myself into it too, and so I just kind of I could just kind of stood by the side, and finally I decided to get in it, and here I am. I'm going on well, technically it'd be my first, second, third. This would be my fourth fight.
Wow.
And I'm fighting on the Saturday, the 19th of November in Barrio Logan. Yeah, so I'm excited about it.
Wow. And then I know that you had, I think it was today. Is today your first workshop, man?
Yesterday. It was yesterday.
Oh, how did it go?
It was amazing. Yeah, that was my first little group talk, because I'm horrible when it comes to speaking in a group. I get like stage fright.
But you do so well.
I do well, like right here with you, it's fine because I'm just on the phone. Or even if you were videotaping, okay, it's just one-on-one type of thing. Even though I know the whole world's listening, but when it comes to like being in front of an audience, and if I'm not just singing because I love to sing, I get stuck. I start stuttering, and then I start like looking everywhere, and then I start sweating, and then I'm like So it's horrible. But yesterday was such a little group that I was able to manage, and I actually I was asked to go and speak at the San Diego Rescue Mission. Yeah.
Wow, that is amazing. Oh my God, friend, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Yes, I'm so excited. That's going to be my next, that's going to be like one of my biggest, I think. And so, yeah, I have to go. I'm going to get my background check, which of course I'm like, yay, I finally got my background. My criminal record, done with. So I don't know if I mentioned before that I did go through the Fresh Start Clinic, the Fresh Start program, which is also on my website. They help vacate your record when it comes to you being in the whether it was sexual abuse or domestic violence. You need to have been in one of those situations where there's an expungement, obviously, where they remove it off your record, but it could still be popped up somehow.
Mm-hmm.
But vacating your record means that it will never show. So I did have a DUI while I was in my relationship with my ex, and they were able to clear that recently, about a week ago. I signed paperwork, and they're like, yeah, they went ahead and they're gonna clear your DUI as well.
Hold on. Yes, girl. Oh my God, this is so
I'm just
exciting.
Blessed in so many ways. Yeah, I'm blessed in so many ways. And and then like about a month or two ago, they went ahead and said that I'm good to go when it comes to the felony that I had for the domestic violence, just because I was able to prove enough that it was self-defense. So,
wow. Oh,
so yeah.
Okay, no, but if you as a listener think, oh my God, what else can Cynthia do? She has more. Okay. She just graduated too. And I remember in the first episode, you were telling us you were going to school. And now we can proudly say that she's graduated.
Yay! I did.
Wow, girl. Like, oh my God. Talk about, and see, this is why I wanted to start with like an update with your kids and do all that, because that's the hard part, right? Yeah. And many will get stuck there because it's so painful. Like, it's literally your heart breaking and shattering into a million pieces. But your story, if there's any word that can describe you, all I can say is you are resilient.
Yeah. Thank you.
Te has dado el placer, girl, to find things that you're passionate about, that you put your mind to, and you conquer them. Like, not everybody can do that. Many of us, and I include myself, many of us, sometimes we allow traumas to just stop us and our fears to stop us. But you almost seem fearless. And you're just like, nope, I'm going to keep going and I'm going to do this. And I want to be able to create like something for my kids in the future. Like, I didn't just disappear into an abyss and cry myself every day. You're doing something. Wow.
Yeah, and I'm loving it. I mean, one of the things I'm most scared of is speaking in an audience, and little by little, I'm gonna have to get to a bigger audience. So.
Yes, and I love it. I love it. Like, you guys don't understand. Cynthia's and I relationship, we're not the best as of friends, but I consider her a really dear friend, you guys. And I have so much admiration and respect for her. Like, I can't see my life without you, Cynthia. You're such, I don't even know what's the right
my heart.
Yes, like you just, like when I feel like, I don't want to get up today, or I'm like, you know what, Cynthia's out there kicking somebody's ass. Let me get my ass up.
Kicking my own ass sometimes, mentally.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm doing something.
Yes, you're not just being pretty at home. Wow, Cynthia. Oh my God. Okay. So you graduated, you're doing all this, you're doing the boxing, you're speaking publicly, and you're also extending an invitation to get to know other people that are going through the same circumstances you're going through, correct?
Yes.
Ugh. Can you,
exactly.
Like, how many hours in a day do you have, girl?
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like it's not enough. I'm like, I have to squeeze boxing in. I have to squeeze in, a little bit of just time to myself. Because, I mean, yes, boxing is time to myself because it's my sanity, but it's still not my relaxation time because I'm there and, like, I got to work on my jab. I got to work on this, my stance.
Yeah,
So it's like
you're working your body.
Yeah, so it's just sometimes I feel like I don't have enough time. Because then I'm like over here trying to look at the shop and what else I want to add to it and what else, and searching for work when it comes to being so when I did graduate, I'm now a professional health and safety officer.
Yeah.
Yes. Where a lot of businesses, of course, will hate me or they'll make that face like, oh, here comes that. Beep, but really it's
you're just doing your job, girl.
Yeah, but really that's not even what I'm trying to do. That's not, it's like I'm an officer, but I'm not trying to go and just fine you guys and close you down. I'm even here to help you in that. I want to be able to help businesses stay open. Mm-hmm. So I want to be able to say, like, you know what, you need this, and that, and I'm here to help you to get it all done so that in case one of us pop in on you, you guys are good. You're not getting fined or anything.
So wait, I have. Well, no, because you specialize in dentist, right? Or is it restaurants? También.
No, I'm basically just the dental. I'm in the dental field. I've been in the dental field for the last 17 years. So that's where I'm starting most. So even if it's like a medical office, dental office, labs, just because that's what I'm used to.
Yeah.
Eventually I'll expand. But right now that's my
Because I was about to say, you better tell me all the dirty places not to eat.
Oh, God.
But in this case, I think I'm going to send you my dentist information and you tell me if they're up to code.
Oh, my goodness. I'm just going to go be undercover.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
You're my ride home. Oh, man. That is so cool, girl. Like, oh, I'm so proud of you. I really am. So you guys can connect, and I'm not going to get tired of saying this, but go to stayingstrongwithcynthia.com. You guys can connect with Cynthia one-on-one. What I love, too, is that you have included men into the conversation.
Oh, yes. And I feel for them. I mean, it's a lot of men out there that don't speak about it because whether they feel like nobody's going to listen to them, or they feel like, they're just being weak by, like, okay, I'm actually going through this, but I mean, you're a man. Why are you allowing it? Type of thing. It's just that we're all the same. We're all human. We all have a heart, and those of us who have a bigger heart than others, and we just kind of take it. Just like I did for so long, where I would just stay quiet. But men go through it more than we could even imagine. That we just don't know about. Women are as crazy as men are. If not worse sometimes, we're a little toxic too.
Girl, I was just talking to I think it was my younger brother. I think so. Where I'm like, look, men can be dangerous, but women, you get a combination. We're crazy and we're dangerous.
Somos cabronas, yeah.
We're really bad. I'm not, I love women, I love men, but let's be honest and let's start that conversation. So I love that you're able to include them and say, hey, there's a space for you here. This is a safe space, and if you need to connect, we'll connect. I love that. So you guys go check out the website and you guys can meet her through there. One-on-one sessions, huh?
And I'll be including a phone number as well. So anybody could just kind of text it, text as well through there. And I feel like it might be faster too. So in case, of an emergency and whatnot, just, again, if you're really in danger, you call 911.
Cynthia is doing out here the Lord's work. Girl. You are so accessible, and I love that, because I know that you've already connected with some amazing people that found you, whether it was through social media, the podcast, your boxing, or anything else, correct?
Yes. And I love it. They'll still reach out to me here and there. And I just, I reply. I'm here for anybody, that just kind of needs to speak their heart out, and don't really have anybody else to go to, but yeah, a lot of it is just based off my own time, just because I really want to be here for you all. So
wow. Oh, Cynthia, you're amazing. What are your short-term goals? Where are you headed, girl? Like, where do you see yourself in 6 months?
For sure expanding when it comes to speaking. Mm-hmm. I know it's going to open so much more doors once I get my background check and I go to the San Diego Rescue Mission. Yes. Because I'd like to go anywhere else. And I'm going to continue with another thing I'm doing is since I've been a dental assistant for the last 17 years, I help out dental offices with getting their whole office just kind of managed correctly. Yeah. And so I'm integrating my OSHA into that. And and I just have a separate fee or a complete fee, when it comes to like a contract with them. So I'm doing that, and of course I'm hoping to just be able to get out there a lot more with dental offices and stuff. So I know I'll be a lot further within 6 months when it comes to me expanding a little more in my speeches and being a lot more open with other dental offices and whatnot.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, se me hizo la piel chinita, girl.
Yeah, and more fights.
Yeah. Okay.
I've dropped quite a bit of weight. I'll be fighting at 145 pounds in November. So.
Damn, girl. Oh
Yeah.
my God, I'm so jealous.
My first site was at 160. So that was, yeah, back in like September, I think.
Girl, you look
No,
so
August.
amazing. Your skin is glowing. Like you just, ugh, you're so beautiful. Ugh.
Thank you. You're
Now,
making me blush. Stop.
now that's your short term goal. Like, but where do you see Cynthia in maybe 3 years?
I want to have like my own organization when it comes to staying strong with Cynthia. I want to be able to provide a place for, those who are in need, where they can go and, get something to eat, go and, shower and whatnot.
Yes.
Obviously it's something big that I'm dreaming big here. But
Yes.
because I have
Yes.
to, because I provide for men too, I
Mm-hmm.
want to be able to have, obviously I got to have it separate, and I don't know, like when it comes to, I got to keep
Yeah.
them separated, the men and the women, so I can't have
Yes.
all men, men around the women. So it's a whole thing that I got to look at, but
You can have
that
two
is
separate
something that I would love.
locations,
Yeah,
two
like just
separate
Cynthia's house.
wings. Yes.
Come over to Cynthia's house. That's pretty much what, kind of like the other locations that are around for domestic violence or sex trafficking and whatnot. So another thing that I really want to try to get, since I'm still working through the Department of Rehab, although I've already graduated for the OSHA,
Mm-hmm.
they're willing to, because they're through OSHA, there's also mental health. Um, that's another thing that I really want to be able to help people in. Like, let's say I go and I work for a company, and I do the mental health part of it, because there's a lot of people that have narcissistic,
Yes.
bosses,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't know how to deal with that, and they just stressed out, and it's like, or even people who have gone through, in construction, there's a lot of death, and like people who saw how the death happened, they have this trauma that it's hard to get over, So through OSHA, there is mental health, and there's a class that I need to take to get certified in that as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking into taking it. So even if the Department of Rehab doesn't grant me with that, I'm looking into paying for it myself and taking it. So it'll help give me more knowledge, and being able to help in that aspect as well.
Oh, that is so amazing, girl. Wow. Woo.
Poco de
Girl.
todo, poco de todo.
Un poco de todo. And you know what? I think I'm left a little bit speechless because I didn't even know that OSHA included like a part of mental health. Like, is that for every job?
I don't think so. Probably like the really big companies, yes. Nothing small, obviously, but
Mm-hmm. Because,
but just me
girl,
being out, like me being out
yeah.
there in the world, it's like I'm available to anybody, So, but me having more knowledge, just it'll help,
Yes,
because
yes.
I'm not a therapist, I'm not, anything like that. So,
Girl.
um,
Y en 5 años it's gonna be ¿cómo se dice? Cynthia Hidalgo LCSW or something.
so many letters. I'm gonna have the whole alphabet after my name.
Oh my God, because I wish that every single field, had that where they included like mental health into like their employees, or to kind of be able to go, because I feel HR is just there for the company, right?
Yeah.
And then if you do have a union, I've worked with unions and without unions. When you do have a union, the union is just there to get you equal, like really good pay. That's pretty much it. They're not really there for anything else. And I feel like they protect more bad employees than good employees. And then I've worked without a union, and you're just basically on your own. And it can be very draining mentally, and that can affect so many aspects of your life. So I kind of love that. This is the first time that I've even heard of that. So I love that there's even like a conversation about it, and there's an option
it's
for
not
it.
heard of. It's not heard of a lot. Yeah.
No, not at all, girl. That's why I'm like,
Hmm.
is she lying to me? Am I dreaming? Pinch me.
Yeah.
Wow. Cynthia, I'm super proud of you, girl. You have done such incredible things in the short amount of period. I mean, like I said, it's barely been a little bit over a year, and like how much your life has changed already. I'm super
Yes.
proud of you. I feel honored, and it's completely my pleasure to be able to experience this with you. And, we have our little coffee dates where we meet up and we discuss so much, and, we kind of dream with each other.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah. And that's honestly, I look forward to that, I like I've told you before, I'm one of your biggest cheerleaders, and you're a fan. I'm a fan
Next
of
time I
yours.
see you, I want to see pom poms then.
I wear my cheerleader outfit. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes.
Oh my God. We want to give you guys a little gift basket for anybody, guy or girl, rooting on Cynthia, and for you guys supporting Embracing My Markings podcast. I want to be able to do a little giveaway for you guys, and it's going to include items that Cynthia picks out, that I pick out, and we want to send it to somebody very special for the holidays this year. Go into stayingstrongwithcynthia.com, or you can go to maribelkings.com and find more information about it, what you need to enter. It's not going to, you don't have to pay any money or anything like that. All the official rules and everything is going to be on there, and how we're going to choose the winner will be on there as well. We'll probably have like a little survey for you guys to fill out, and whoever gets it right first, you guys will be the winner.
How exciting. I can't wait.
Yeah. So it's almost going to be like a self-care basket, but we're going to be including things from small businesses, to also let them know, because, we support small businesses. Cynthia and I have like a passion for small businesses.
Yes, we do.
I feel like, and you'll even have some merch in there from Staying Strong with Cynthia. So
yeah,
you guys stay tuned. Go check out stayingstrongwithcynthia.com, or if you guys are already signed up to maribelkings.com, go and check them out, and you guys will see more information there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just again, I'm blessed. I'm grateful, and I wouldn't be able to have made it this far, if it wasn't for God and my parents, and my daughter just supporting me, rooting for me all the way. She says, "Mom, I want to be like you. I want to fight when I'm like 12 years old, and I want to be able to, and I want to be able to help you, and let's go together." So yes, I'm gonna have her start. I for sure I'm gonna have her help out when it comes to feeding the homeless, right there with the San Diego Mission, and just so she can kind of get in the groove of helping the community and stuff, and then get her involved with my little, because I want to get like little pop-ups where people can kind of bring in, go ahead and donate whatever they don't use and whatnot, so that I can be able to take that to the San Diego mission, or any other, like if I end up getting close to one of the houses that are here for domestic violence and whatnot. So yeah.
Oh my God. My heart is so happy right now. Wow. The legacy that you're leaving for Miss Eva is huge, girl. It's so big. And I just feel so lucky that I get to witness it.
Yeah. And then once my boys come on board again, then, they'll be a part of it as well, and I'm hoping that Eva, just once I'm gone, she can, continue this, because she of course witnessed most of it. So, it's something big that I want to create. That's why I love the quote, creating an impact and having it last forever.
Yeah. Oh, and you're definitely doing
my
that.
goal. That's my goal. Yes. Not all stars are visible, guys. Not all stars are visible. Be nice to everybody.
Yes.
We can all lose our temper at times and say mean things, but
If that's not facts, I don't know what is.
But everybody's going through something. Everybody has a story, and we just gotta, be mindful of that.
And nobody's story is more painful than another, or less than any other, or higher than any other. We all suffer. We're all different individuals. And I think once we're able to just show compassion to everybody, no matter what their circumstances looks like, the world would be a better place.
Yes, honestly, yeah.
It would, but I'm super excited. I'm excited to do this giveaway with Staying Strong with Cynthia. I cannot wait to see, all of you guys support her, go buy her merch. The fact that you're giving back to the community, girl, that you are focusing on helping other people, like that's just not easy to do, especially what you've been through, the hurt that you've experienced. It could be very easy for you to just sit there with a victim mentality, but the fact that you choose to be otherwise is, and when you say, thanks to God and thanks to your parents, like, because without God, we're nothing. Y que te agarras de la fuerza de Dios, like, wow. I'm speechless, you guys. I really am. Cynthia is such an amazing person.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness, girl. Okay. So let's go ahead and do this giveaway. You guys, for more information, head over to Staying Strong with Cynthia. Subscribe, stay in touch. Look out for her. Do you plan to do like a newsletter, girl, or a blog? Did you ever make a decision? Have you ever wanted to do that?
Yeah, I think the blog is what I'm shooting for.
Okay.
More. Yeah.
Okay.
So it'll be more, so if you get the app, it'll be there.
Oh yes. So you guys, when you guys head over, visit her app, you guys can also find her on Wix Spaces. Wix Spaces, you type in Staying Strong with Cynthia and it connects you to her website, and you will always be updated if she ever changes anything, if she publishes a blog or whatever. All the information will be there, so look out for that. Yes, girl, let's put that out there.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining me and giving me a little bit of your time. I know your time is very precious, girl. Salúdame mucho a Eva. And
yes, for sure.
I wish you the very best with your boys, okay?
Thank you so much.
And
I really appreciate it.
We'll see each other very soon.
Yes.
All right, girlie. Cuídate.
Take care.
Bye.
You too. Bye.
I want to hear your story, or I want to support your small business. To do so, please go ahead and visit embracingmymarkings.com. Thank you for tuning in.